this even recording? Hello? Hello, is there anyone there? Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to, Hearts of Iron. Yeah, this is Hearts of Iron. Now, I'm assuming quite a few of you actually know what this game is, but if you don't, here's a quick history lesson. Hearts of Iron 2 came out many years ago, and then once upon a time, a development team, I think, actually went ahead and remade it even better, and Paradox liked it so much, they released it as a full game as Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game. So if you ever wanted to play Hearts of Iron 2, don't play Darkest Hour. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it started out as a mod or they simply just leased the Clausewitz engine from Paradox, but I'm pretty sure it's either or of those scenarios. I could look it up, but I don't care. But what is going on, my gravy babies? Today we are going to try out Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game. A game I have completely forgotten how to play because it has been many, many years, although I will go ahead and admit that I have many, many hours in this game. And one thing the game actually does is it actually has way more scenarios than normal Hearts of Iron 4 could ever really want. One thing that always irked me about Hearts of Iron is the fact they never really had all of these other start dates. I can understand not having the 1914 start date, but I can't really understand not having the 1933 one, or, you know, all these last ones here. They even have the NSIG and the Russo-Japanese War. Hold on a second. Yeah, I just want to quickly warn you. This game... okay, it is old. It doesn't look the best. So yeah, there are a million different things different with this game, if you can't already tell from, you know, all of this stuff up here, that thing, this thing. What the hell does that mean? One thing that's incredibly drastic and different in this game is the fact there's actually a whole bunch of different technology. I won't say this is probably the best way of going about this. They definitely simplified it in Hearts of Iron 4, but come on, guys. Why can't I get attack helicopters? I want to attack helicopters! I mean, you can also get intercontinental ballistic missiles, you know? Yeah, Paradox. Nuclear ballistic submarines, maybe? You also have stuff like your economy, which you need to balance, which is not in Heart of Iron 4, because you just have your magical civilian, you know, industry or whatever, and then your military base things, and then now... you have the much superior slider system. Whoa. Sliders. Oh, hold on a second. This heavy cruiser is, it's not the type of heavy cruiser I thought it might be. So yes, in this scenario we are doing right now, which isn't the full game, it's just a cool little scenario they put together, is the Russo-Japanese War. And, I don't know if you can tell, but it's going all right, you see, because, you know, you got to help them. One thing that we do have to our advantage is that we actually know where the Russian fleets are by this big blue circle that says there's a fleet here. So I may or may not have just, you know, immediately put my navies there to blockade them. I'm sure, you know, the Russian Baltic fleet might turn up at some point, but if history taught us anything, probably shouldn't have brought it over. But yeah, the thing that's incredibly different about this game, and if you've played Hearts of Iron 3, you already know, is that there is no front lines. Everything is managed by you just having your units and, you know, right clicking and attacking, and then you can support attack with other armies like that, and the battles just... They're still lines. They're big arrows, so don't get too scared off, guys. The arrows are still here. As you can see, I am completely destroying General Grand Duke Dmitri right now because General Groki is much better. And the way you actually get people to capitulate in this game is a bit different too. So if you go down here to the minimap and you click on Victory Points map mode, you can actually see what you need to win the war. Of course, this is on a much smaller scale than the actual game, because obviously it's a scenario, not the full game, and you can see we just need these provinces here and we should win the scenario, which we should be able to easily do. So one thing I completely forgot about this game that I'm now learning very quickly is that this is the Manx speed, and it takes your armies probably about as long as it would take in real life for them to move to another province. Oh, and there you go. I won the scenario. We've did it, boys. I won the Russo-Japanese War, and I did not even see the Russian Baltic fleet once. Is that a good thing? that a bad thing? So yeah, there are plenty of different scenarios for us to go through here, and first off, obviously, I'm gonna have to go ahead and try out the Great War. I mean, you might be like, geez, there's no countries, you can only play as these guys? Oh, this is terrible, ISP. Oh, wait a second, look at that, you right click, you get even more people to play as. What's that? Kuwait? You want to play as Kuwait? You can. So, now that we're actually in the game, there is plenty more for me to actually show you of, we've got the intelligence, obviously, you can spy on people and do all sorts of interesting stuff. The way the technology works is kind of like Hoi 4 in a way, except you actually have to assign a research team. So I could get Alfa Romeo to make some, you know, like middle-class cars. Yeah, that's something we could do. Or I could do Beretta. Make some middle-class handguns. Or, you know, we could get Fiat in and just be depressed. And obviously, the tech teams have different things that they specialize in, so you kind of have to pick what works best for the tech you want to research. So if I wanted to go for 1916 infantry, I should probably go with Breda. With some bread. So on top of our technology system and whatnot, we also have a way more in-depth political system, and I say way more in-depth, once again, it is, it's sliders, but it's pretty cool. I can go ahead right now and move one more to authoritarianism, and, yeah, you can really have fun with your government. It's so fun. Also, we have our production and our economy, and then we have our trade window down here, because that's right, you do need to trade for delicious minerals. Oh, for the most part, you can just set this to actually just be managed by the AI, or you can do it yourself. Personally, I always just let all of this go to the AI, and they usually do an alright job of it, but sometimes, yeah, not so much. As you can see right now, though, with our industrial capacity, we are actually giving a lot of our consumer goods away, something that is usually just controlled in Hoi 4 by a simple policy. Yeah, again, this game is blowing out the water. In this case, you can actually set how many of your consumer goods you want to actually please the population, or be used for stuff like reinforcements and upgrades. There's a lot in this game that they kind of forgot about in Hoi 4 that I think should have been in it. So, the way that actually recruiting units works is you go into your production tab, you simply click which infantry you want to build, kind of like Hoi 4, and you can actually modify what you want it to come with any support attachments right there. You can't modify your actual infantry, unfortunately, and you can it's just like Hoi 4, like, you just click the button, then you just build, and look at that, I'm building infantry, guys. Yeah. You know how in like Hoi 4, Gibraltar is like this really big blob, like way bigger than it ever was in real life? Well, in this game, they do it smart. Look at that. Gibraltar is actually a magnified part of the map, so it's there. It's just actually to size. God, who could have thought that genius idea? Uh-oh, guys. It's time for World War I. I'm actually incredibly interested to see how this is going to work in the game. I'm not expecting great things from the Germans right now. Hold on a second there, Germany. You're going a bit too fast there for my liking. Uh-oh, bit of bad news for Italy. We're at war with Senussi. And Ahmad Sharif Al... Oh, Senussi. Oh, I was kind of busy doing this down here that I didn't even realize something's going. What's going on? So I accept that, and what did I just do? Did I just do something bad? I feel like I did something bad. Oh yeah, I just joined the wrong side of the war there by the looks. Although on second thoughts, kind of looks like that might be the right side of the war. So I think it's safe to say I probably should have read that event a bit more thoroughly, and second of all, probably just shouldn't have gone to war with Britain in general. I mean, we did, and I say we, because it was a team effort, 110%. We beat France back, and I actually got a couple provinces out of it, which is pretty nice. And the Germans are currently on the Russian front, doing what the Germans do best, I suppose, and whilst I did get kicked out of Libya, I technically have regained a foothold in Tunisia. Oh, hot damn. Okay, so the Germans knocked the Russians out, they turned into the Soviet Union, and we pieced out the British. Except for this one province, for some god knows reason. Oh, Jesus. I have no idea what is going on in Russia right now, but, that's quite the battle royale, if I do say so myself. Hey, that's right. You thought I was bad, losing to the British in Libya, but I just beat Greece, and as Italy, that's a Chad Gamer move. Yeah. Realistically, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to go ahead and do Naval Invasions again. It's pretty goddamn terrible, let me put it that way. Oh, that's pretty fun, guys. Look, it's a Zilly clique. Isn't that a fun flag? Alright. Okay, if we fail this, we'll go try the World War II scenario. Alright, so the way the naval invasions work is you have to put your troops on the boat. So we've whacked them in there. Then you've got to go ahead, click up here. You've got to click on Amphibious Assault. And then you've got to click on where you want to invade. Pretty simple, right? So if we want to go invade up here, you need to make sure that you put this all the way down. Because if they're above 50 strength for organization, they won't do it. Then you also need to put infinite mission time on, and they should just, there you go, look, I did it. It's so much easier. Unfortunately, we are losing though, but that is because I did pick Gallipoli there. I should have known better. So yeah, the more I play this, the more I realize it's actually a pretty decent game. There's a lot of stuff I wish was kind of in Hoi 4, and there's also at the same time a lot I wish, you know, just that it's a dated game. That's all I'm saying. I haven't even got into the spy stuff yet, and honestly, I think that's probably for the best, because I'm trying to look through it just a minute ago, and I have no idea what any of this goddamn means. Here we go. I'm gonna fund partisans in. Oh, there you go. I succeeded. Look at that, 9% rebels. Man, I haven't even looked at Russia in like a hot minute, and oh lord, it's quite something. I'm not entirely sure who the UMP's government is and how they've managed to take Moscow, but they sure as hell did it, guys. The Soviets don't even own Leningrad or Petrograd as it is right now. That's owned by a completely different third party. It's just rebels in general. And you know, we got like the volunteer army up here. We obviously got the UMP's government, but then we also have the Far Eastern host down here, and then more UMP's government over here. There was a different guy as well at some point, but I don't know where they are in this mess. Meanwhile, Italy and friends just having a ball invading the Ottomans, as you do, guys. So yeah, the way that this actually works is once you capture all of their victory points, you can either go ahead and offer them peace deal, or you can go ahead and do the pro gamer move and just completely annex them, which is whatever you own at the time of annexation is what you get. And look at that, pro gamer. That's right, Italy was the OG pro gamer back in 1919. But yeah, this is just a small look at Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game. I used to have a lot of fun in this game back in the day. I'm just looking at China right now because I realize they're not run by Mao. And I hope you enjoyed this little look. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to see more of this for whatever reason, oh god, please no. It's hard to come back to.